babes, it's Liv. Welcome back to the Mystery Makeup channel. This is Liv's Mystery Makeup Room. Now this one is gonna be a little freaky. I mentioned something one time and now I have ads about it. Let's get into that. Platforms say that they're not listening to us, but let's be honest. How whenever I was just talking to my friend about SpongeBob, the only thing I see now are SpongeBob videos. I know we all experience this. You can talk about, oh, I love Iams cat food for my cat. Never seen an ad for it on my phone, but then an hour later, that's the only TikToks I see and the only ads that pop up on my page. Is our social media listening to us? Well, let's do my makeup while we talk about it, okay? The jar is picking our fate. The Mad Hatter. Okay, that honestly fits really well with this segment. I found my inspiration in holy cow, this is adorable. Okay, that's gonna be perfect. In a world where we're trying to build authenticity and trustworthiness, how can we be trusting whenever every time we have a conversation with a buddy, somehow I feel like my phone is listening to me?
Yikes!
I know I'm not the only one. I just got my new iPhone because my padre was like, hey, you deserve an iPhone after you completed school. So I was like, okay, thank you. And plus, I've had the same iPhone for several years. And also, let's talk about the fact that we always have to update our phones, even if our phone's in good condition. But for some reason, my iPhone starts bugging out after there's been 6 new phones released and it says, hey, you need to get a new phone. Well, I just got my new iPhone, and tell me why, after several years of having the same iPhone, the day that I switched iPhones, my information was somehow, my passwords were leaked, and then somebody spent $146 on my Venmo account on DoorDash. I was like, honey, I think I would know if I spent that money on DoorDash, and I wish that showed up at my house. I wish. I definitely recommend using some concealer to cut them creases, cut them corners, just like the government do. Just kidding. Really tech company. Ironic that she's like, let me tell you a secret. Because I feel like we're talking about some secrets right now. I kind of be feeling like my phone knows me better than myself. Almost like it's like psychic. Like, hey, honey, I know that you might want a bevy while you're going to school. And guess what? I know that you love Starbucks the most. So what's going to pop up on your phone all the time? Them Starbucks ads. What's going to get me intrigued? I want to go to Starbucks now. The creepiest example I have of this is whenever I was eating Jiffy, which, as we know, is Jif peanut butter if you're watching my last video. I told this story, but this fits exactly with this. I was just in my bed watching TV on a channel that didn't, not even a channel, an app that didn't even have commercials. And I remember this because I had to shut it off right away because it's like, who's there? Who's there? Okay, so anyways, I was watching it and I was getting this good old scoop of peanut butter. And as I'm eating this, I see on the screen, on the side, it says, are you enjoying that peanut butter? Girl, what? It was at this point I realized, so maybe we do actually live in a simulation and we're just all plugged into the same machine and it knows our every thoughts and moves and everything. And that AI is actually really advanced and we might just live in a Truman Show. You know? Our phones are almost like a Santa Claus that doesn't actually give you the gift, but it will show you and present to you how you can get the gift that you were just telling your mom you wanted in your new apartment, and you saw a coffee bar and you said, hey, I want an espresso machine. And then all of the ads that pop up afterwards are all these espresso machines, not just a regular coffee pot maker, espresso machines. Okay. Did you guys see the thing where cars can now see what your blood pressure is? It can monitor if you're like kind of healthy. It can also show a video footage of you outside of your car, and then people that are driving in the woods, or like not in the woods but around the woods, and it can monitor if there are people near you, and so it might even see the spirits walking among us. You can just ask Ron from Parks and Rec, how private can you actually stay and keep your information private? Because if I remember right, it didn't even really work for him. So if you're trying to stay off the grid and private, I'm sorry, I just don't think that that's going to work for you. As someone who has had their private things leaked a couple of times, I'm going to say that nothing's ever truly private.
Uh-oh.
So get used to it. No, I'm not saying all this to scare you. I'm just saying that this is the reality we live in. I say I live in, yes, that we live in. We are now in the generation of AI. iRobot coming to life.
Yeah.
So make sure you're being super friendly to your ChatGPT.
Unlikely.
Because may the future be ever in your favor. Honestly, too, we need to take a little bit more accountability because they do put out the user agreements. And if you're not looking at the fine print, who's really at fault? Everybody needs to look a little bit closer at what's hidden. I most definitely know that I'm guilty of this. I just be like, agree. And that is exactly why I'm not a lawyer. Because I say, sure. I once saw a video that we can't even trust the birds anymore and that they're actually like little mini robots and they're just spying on us all the time. And let's be honest, who's to say that this all isn't just truly the Truman Show and that we're all being watched all the time? All the time. Not saying that's a bad thing. Like you're coming here and watching me right now. So I guess that makes me Truman. True to the men. Stop, I'm blushing. Get out of here. Saving these for a special moment, and I guess this is a very special moment because we're here together. My teacher, she made these eyelashes, and I feel like they're gonna go great with this look. They're pink. On a side note, while all this makeup's setting in right now, before we lay the finisher on, I just want to say, go after what you truly want to go after. Don't let other people's opinions stop you. Don't stand in your own way. Honestly, you are your worst enemy in everything that you're doing. Just, if you're thinking about doing something, just go ahead and do it. Just try. At least try, because at the end of the day, you can be like, I'm proud of myself because at least I tried. Okay? So if you have a dream, if you have a creative endeavor, if you've been wanting to go somewhere or do something, just do it. Just start it. Okay, I just want to say. Now we're just gonna cover up the blemishes with some powder, just like how everybody else like covers the truth. And we're just gonna fake it till we make it and put on a mask. There's gonna be absolutely no transparency of what I actually look like in this makeup look, which is kind of like our lives. Are we all just being lied to? Let me catfish you. Okay, let me find you, baby. This little finishing touch, we're gonna use Shiny Spell. I cast a spell on you. It's a little darker than I was thinking. Let's like liven her up real quick. We're gonna use Lustful. No, that's okay. It's not exactly like the picture, but she shut down. Every look deserves some gems, so we're actually gonna put some gems on. So I have these ones, and then I got some colorful ones. So I'm thinking we do maybe a little bit of blue, maybe a little bit of pink, and a little bit of a little razzle dazzle. We're set in place now. Actually, I will show you proof that we have her set in place. This is Had Me at Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you like to be over. Finished! I did a little fashion show for myself, but the Mad Hatter. Ooh. And I also dressed up like Mad Hatter with clothes I had in my closet that I'm selling. So if you want these clothes, go to Olivia's Revival Boutique. But boom. That's do you think that our phones are actually spying on us? Put it down in the comments. I look forward to seeing the next video.